Hi guys, my name's Wes. I'm the owner and maker of Shadow Defensive Holsters. I want to do a video today and try to help explain to the newer holster buyers some of the different options we have. One of the most common questions that I get asked is, I just got my first Byrna, my first gun, what holster should I get? So that is, first of all, a little bit of a loaded question. Now, we offer several different kinds of holsters, but every different kind of holster that we make is designed for a specific use case. So my first question when someone asks me, what holster should I get, is, well, what do you want to do with your holster? If you say, oh, well, I just want to have, a holster to carry my gun. Okay, well, that's actually what a holster is designed to do. So at least we're on the right track. So one thing that I always want to know is, what is your intended use? If you say, oh, I want to have my gun with me at work and I don't want other people to know about it, or I'm a security guard, I need a holster, a retention level holster, or I like to go skydiving and I don't want my holster flying off me. So every situation is different. We have three main holster lines. We have our concealment holsters and our duty holsters, and then our casual, if you will, holster. We call those our Sentinel OWB holster. So the first I'm going to go off of, which is our most common, is concealment, because most people, and I generally advise, you want to try to conceal your firearm if you can. This is an example of our concealment holster for the Byrna. The design of this holster is that it is worn with a belt inside your waistband, or IWB is what we call it on our website. The design of this is so that you can wear this inside your waistband and you can wear a shirt over it. I'm gonna get a little bit of a close-up for you so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. I got the Byrna HD concealed. This is appendix carry, which is how I recommend. So as you can see, I have it tucked inside my pants. I wear my belt kind of off center to kind of help make the front part as low profile as I could. If I had the belt buckle on top of the gun, it would push extra space out, which is less than ideal, so we try to avoid doing that. We have a wing that helps push the handle of the gun inside or into my body, so that's going to get me a little more concealment. And you can also adjust the carry angle of the gun. We have several screws on our holster, or screw holes, so you can adjust, move this clip down, this clip up, and that would give you, kind of a different angle when you're concealed carrying. A lot of guys find that if you have something larger like this, if you have it at a bit of an angle inside your pants, that's going to make a lot of difference as far as comfort, especially when you're sitting in a vehicle or what have you. So hopefully that explains what the intended purpose of a concealment holster is. There are different features that you can do with our holsters. You can adjust them around a little bit so you can kind of get a more comfortable feel. That's kind of the idea with our concealment holsters. Okay, so the next most common one that we have is our Apex, or our level 2 holsters. This is an example of our Apex holster. This is a level 2 retention. It has a strap that comes over the top. The holster cannot be removed without first defeating the retention level. And it's a spring-loaded mechanism, so you hit the release, and that's gonna remove this strap, and you can then pull the gun out. So this has a passive retention, which is just friction only. So the gun will still stay in the holster, even if the hood is not on, but the active retention, or the hood strap, is designed to keep somebody else from getting your gun. This is an option that is probably going to be required if you're working in security or law enforcement. Additionally, our Apex holsters are made out of a much, much thicker material. We use 0.125 Kydex, which is 1/4 inch Kydex, for our Apex holsters, which is going to give you a lot more rigidity and strength. It is also going to add to some thickness, but this holster is not designed to be concealed or compact in any way. Its design is so that it can handle getting beaten up, getting in and out of patrol cars, getting snagged on things, getting yanked around. That's what its design is. So with that, we've made it a thicker material, so there's a lot more plastic when it comes to the screws. There's a lot more thread engagement when it comes to the screws that we use. So that is something to consider with the Apex holster, as it is a by far much more durable option than the Sentinel, which we'll get into in a second. Also, with our Apex holsters, we have several different options as far as mounting goes. This option I have for demonstration here, there is no mounting option selected. If you were to go to our website, you would see that our Apex holsters have 3 options for mounting hardware. You can choose none, which is this, or a TRS belt loop, which is this right here, or we have a drop leg platform, which I will show you in a moment. You can choose the option for no attachment if you already had your mounting platform, or one that you already had that you knew that you liked, or you wanted to save a couple bucks and source your own, you can get it with no mounting option, or you can get it with the TRS belt loops here, or you can get the whole drop leg platform from us. It's up to you. Okay, so here's a couple examples of a duty holster setup. This is one of our first options where we have a drop leg holster with a thigh strap. This is available on our website. Again, you can purchase these holsters like this without any mounting platform, and then you can supply your own, or if you already have one that you like, you can just affix that to this, or affix your holster to your mounting platform, assuming it's one of the ones that it's compatible with. So we have our drop leg platform with the leg strap. This is a good option, especially if you're doing a lot of moving around. The leg strap is going to keep the gun pulled into your side. And if your holster is like this, you can bind the gun up in the holster, because the gun has to come straight out of the holster. Also, it keeps it from flapping around. Another option we have is a cross draw option. This is a good advantage for a lot of people because a lot of guys like to use their primary and their secondary with the same hand. There are some disadvantages to that, but everybody has their own situation. So we have a cross draw version here for the Berna in a level 2 setup. With this particular setup, we have the TRS belt loops that we used. So the TRS belt loops, you can do the cross draw setup like this. Okay, and the last holster I'm going to talk about is our third option, which is our Sentinel OWB holster. This is kind of a, you could say, a bare bones holster. We have some features on here that make it, you can attach a wide variety of different mounting platforms. So if you have a drop leg platform, or you have a paddle or some other form of mounting hardware, you can, like maybe a MOLLE clip, you can take the attachment that comes with it off and affix that MOLLE clip or drop leg platform on there. So this setup is relatively universal as far as how you can mount it. This is only a passive retention, so it only has that snap retention to it. So there is no active or positive retention like the level 2 has with the hood strap on it. And this is also kind of a dumbed down, if you will, version of our level 2 holster. Our level 2 holsters are much thicker and they have much more durable materials they're made out of. They're designed to be, you know, used to a much more extreme extent, whereas this is more of a kind of a casual, if you will, carry holster. Now this holster is designed for open carry. Typically, I don't recommend open carry for firearm use unless you are doing it in a professional manner. Again, this is my personal opinion, my personal situation, my use case. Your situation may differ. It comes with a standard, what we call our TRS belt loops. These are an injection molded, USA made part that we source from another manufacturer. Basically, you thread your belt through these loops. You can use up to a 2-inch belt loop, and you can also use a 1.5-inch belt loop. You can adjust the carry angle slightly on these, so that'll give you a bunch of different options. This is also our most budget option. So if you just want a holster that you can wear around at the house, or open carry, or just kind of a basic general use holster, this is what this is designed for. And we have this with every single gun that we make a holster for. We have this option for it. You can see I have this thing mounted on my belt. I use the big belt loops on this one just because it's easier to thread it through. You can figure out whatever you want. There are a lot of different options you can do with it. But as you can see, this is designed as an open carry holster, and you can't really conceal. Even if you had a big sweater and you put over it, it would still show pretty obviously. So this is designed to be an open carry holster, but you can adjust the cant so it rides forward or backwards. Now you can do that by adjusting the screws underneath. I'm just pushing it for example, but basically you get to ride like this. A lot of guys find that's pretty helpful for if you're especially if you're in a vehicle. A forward cant's going to make a big difference. Shameless plug, I'm using the Core Essentials ratcheting belt. I can just adjust the retention just by that, and I can pick whichever one I like. And we do have these on our website, so shameless plug there in case this video wasn't a plug enough for us. So hopefully that kind of clears the air about the different kinds of holsters that we make. In order to summarize, if you want to conceal carry, you would need a concealed carry or inside the waistband holster. If you were law enforcement or security or wanted a active retention holster, you would want a Apex level 2 holster. And if you just wanted a general holster to wear at the range or to carry around openly, or just maybe a at-home use, then our Sentinel holsters would be pretty good. So as far as which one works best for you, it all depends on your use case, and everyone's use case is different. So I droned on for a lot. I hope this information is helpful to you guys when you're looking at purchasing your holster from us. If you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email or comment on this video or shoot us a message on our social platforms. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, stay strapped.